Hello there, friend. Welcome. Today we are learning all about resistance. So, resistance is a beautiful thing. I have learned how to embrace resistance in life, and I've learned to accept it always shows up. And I want to teach you about it. So, as we work together and as you see your life changing and as you transform and as you go through this program where you are growing and progressing towards something greater than you are right now, you have to know that resistance and opposition always shows up. It is a law. I did not make it up. I can't change it. It is just the way it is. So whether you believe in God or the universe, there are just certain laws in existence. And I want to talk to you about some of these rules of resistance and how it shows up, especially when we are trying to move forward and get something better for ourselves. So the first rule is it is a law, whether you believe in it or not. It doesn't discriminate, good or bad, tired or excited, it keeps coming. It only moves in one direction, suppressing lower to higher. It will not show up if you are trying to gain weight. It will show up if you're trying to lose weight. So when you're looking to change something for the better, that's what we're talking about. We're talking about opposition when we're moving towards something better than we are right now. So resistance doesn't really care about you if you want to quit your job because you want to watch TV. If you want to quit your job so that you can follow your dreams, resistance will show up. So it never rests. It feeds on a steady diet of fear. It's a compass. It's a signal you can learn to follow. You can learn to recognize resistance as a signal to let you know you're on the right path to joy, happiness, freedom. It's always the strongest, closest to the finish line. It's very powerful. When we're trying to get somewhere and resistance shows up, it's so easy to just go back to the way things were. Now, if it was easy to be successful, if it was easy to have joy, if it was easy to lose weight, we would all be able to do it, right? So the trick and the solution here is learning how to see the signal, recognize it, acknowledge it, and then know what to do in the face of resistance so that you can continue towards your dream, towards what you want. I'm talking to you about this because as we work together, as we go through this program, resistance will show up. Resistance can show up as soon as you just pay money, because money is so dear to us, it means something to us. So resistance could already be showing up for you. And it shows up in all kinds of ways. So I want to give a lot of examples. So as I'm talking about these examples, I want you to think of ways resistance has shown up for you. So the faces of resistance. So the first one is procrastination. So procrastination, it's such a sneaky way that we use procrastination. And what happens is that we never say never. We just say tomorrow. over and over. So what happens is, every New Year's resolution, people come up with a goal that has to do with improving where they are and where they want to be, right? So we're moving from lower to higher. So that means resistance will show up. So procrastination, you get up on January 2nd, right? And I don't really feel like going to the gym today. And there's still leftover pie and cookies from yesterday. So I'll just start it January 3rd, right? So we never say never. We just say tomorrow. We just put things off. So it's sly because we never say, I'm never going to diet again, or I'm never going to exercise again. We just say, I'll start tomorrow. So it's a sneaky because tomorrow never comes, and we can keep putting it off and putting it off and basically lying to ourselves. So another phase of resistance is getting into trouble. So we could end up being more scared of moving towards success than getting sued, getting in an argument, getting a traffic ticket, having the IRS come after us. So getting into trouble can also be a sign of resistance. And sometimes we create it, and sometimes it'll just show up. Because remember, resistance always comes. So whether you're calling it to you or it just shows up, it's a law of the universe. It's the way things go. So you might not be doing anything consciously or unconsciously, and it's just coming towards you. It's just the way opposition works. So one way that we can maybe add to it is drama. So we can create drama, and this could be a form of resistance. For example, I may try to start a fight or create something out of nothing in one of my relationships so that I can put my focus on that instead of doing the next thing that I need to do. So if I'm supposed to be doing my homework for the program, or if I'm supposed to make my bed every morning, or if I'm supposed to go to the gym, and when it comes time to do that particular task, I just get so caught up in what this other person did to me. I'm creating a drama that makes me give myself permission that I just can't do that right now because all this other stuff is going on. So we can create drama with a car wreck. We can create drama on TV. By even watching TV, there's so many programs out there that when we're watching TV, it's all about drama. So we can start seeing how, and again, your unconscious mind just kind of makes up stuff. So here we are. If you're feeding it with TV drama, it may actually bring more drama in your life, and you may be able to make it easier to create that kind of drama in your own relationships. So we want to move through our drama. We do not want to use drama as a distraction to take away our energy that we need to move through to the next level. I kind of think of resistance showing up when I'm up leveling. That word kind of means to me like going to another level, becoming something more. So another thing that happens is self-medicating. So we know, I'm not necessarily talking about like addictions, like the disease of addiction. I'm talking about, medicating with things that just make us feel better, a quick fix. A lot of times what's happened is, Facebook and just checking emails can be a way of just kind of checking out, instead of, doing the next right thing. You'll waste time by checking out on Facebook or watching TV or looking at emails, so that you're doing something and it's not the thing that's going to get you closer to the next level. So we can use all kinds of things to self-medicate. I think, eating, even, I want to just say distractions or things that make us feel good. And it's taking away from where we're actually going, and we don't do the next right thing. So what happens is flexing the muscle is the only way to make the pain stop. So when we go to the gym, we work out until we get stronger. So you might pick up, a 20-pound weight if you haven't worked out before. Or bear with me here. I don't do heavy weightlifting. I do small weightlifting. So if the first time I go to pick up 20 pounds and I try to do 10 reps, by the end of it, my arms are hurting. And the only way for me to move through that pain is to do it again and again and again. So I have to flex my muscle, is the only way for the pain to stop. So I have to work until it gets stronger and the pain stops. So as we go on and on, we are able to get the strength it takes to create a life that I love, a life that gives me everything that I want. And as I continue to practice, I get stronger and stronger, and it gets easier and easier to move through things that used to hurt or that I had difficulty with. Another way resistance can show up is illness. So I know that we've all felt sick to our stomach when under stress. This is actual illness. You are actually sick. The body only has so many ways to protect itself. One way is to get sick, to protect you from something that it feels is dangerous. So our body has our own way of handling stress. And when we're changing from somewhere lower to higher, our mind creates, hey, you are changing, and any change is going to make our brain kind of react in a way that wants to keep us the same. Our brain thinks it's protecting us by keeping us the same. It wants to keep us safe, and there's a part in the brain that believes by keeping you the same, it will keep you safe. And your logical brain knows that that is not true. And yet it will show up. So if you are showing up consistently and your body still struggles with illness, then you're winning. No judgment. Use gratitude. Look for patterns and remember clear and strategic self-care and trust. Showing up requires adjustments. These adjustments may require a lot of courage. Do it anyway. You will become a force to be reckoned with. As you have proven, you will not stop. Rather, when you realize you are ill, you are going to do it no matter what. And I love that because that is our tool to take care of ourselves and still push through. That we acknowledge when we're sick and that we're not going to let being sick get us from moving forward. Now, we can also recruit allies in resistance. So recruiting people that will tell you, oh, you can't do that. Oh, it's just not the right time. Oh, that sounds too hard. They're just fighting their own resistance and afraid of yours. So let me give you an example. So let's say that you tell somebody that you are investing money into yourself to grow and change your life. And let's say resistance starts to show up and you start feeling ill. So let's say you get a cold and you get behind on your homework, or you're just not feeling well and you tell one of your friends, you know, I'm feeling stressed out. You know, I have an appointment with my coach today and I didn't do the work I was supposed to do. People don't really want you to change either. And people don't really, it's their resistance. It's not that they're not happy for you. It's just that their subconscious mind wants everyone to stay the same. And so you verbalizing, you know, I feel stressed. Oh, take it easy. You don't need to feel stressed. Why are you doing that to yourself? You know, it just might not be the right time for you to devote that. Or why would you spend that much money on something like that? You know, you probably just need to go on vacation. So people will come up. You will recruit allies to justify or give yourself permission to just go back to the way it was. Remember, this is sneaky because this could even be a spouse. This could be a best friend. This could be someone who you're very close with. And their opinion and what they say means a lot to you. Be careful that you're not willing to let an ally or someone pull you back. It's just like I've experienced many times when I've said in the past that I wanted to lose weight. Many people will tell me, oh, you look great. Why would you want to lose weight? You don't need to lose weight. Oh, come on. You look great just the way you are. So people want me to stay the same. They want you to stay the same. It's comfortable if everyone just stays the same. So resistance will show up when you start telling people, I'm here and I want to go somewhere else. Their own subconscious mind is like, wait. Just stay the same. Stay with me. Another thing that will happen is that they will do things to pull unintentionally, subconsciously, to stay safe. They'll want to pull you down. It's a form of sabotage. So when I share with a coworker, I'm not eating sugar so that I can get my blood sugar in the right range, and you know that feels better to me. And the next day she brings in my favorite dessert. It's unintentional, and yet it's a form of sabotage. It's a form of resistance where people will show up to try to keep you the same. So another thing that could happen is like a spouse gets sick or a child gets sick or someone starts to pick a fight with you or your child gets in trouble, or people around you turn to addictions. So these it could be another form of drama, those things that I just said, where it's taking your energy and kind of distracting you to try to fix or not be able to focus on yourself because these other things are going on. And so that you have to stop what you're doing to go rescue somebody else. This is resistance. And again, it has to show up. And these certain ways that it shows up, it's not to blame or get upset about it, because resistance shows up regardless. It has many faces, and I want to give you lots of examples of the way it shows up so that you can recognize it. That's your greatest tool. When you can recognize resistance showing up in your life, it has inspired me to embrace and understand that I am winning. I am going to the next level. And all I have to do is commit to going to that next level and not letting that resistance pull me back down. The cool thing about resistance is when you push on it, what happens? When you push on it, there's something magical that happens. And when you think of a slingshot and I push against that, it eventually will pull forward. Resistance, that opposition, can actually catapult you forward to the next level. That resistance can actually work for you. Now, I want to just talk about a project manager, because this has happened to me so many times. Suddenly, when you need to give a talk or actually start your program and do homework and dish out the money to invest in yourself or start your exercise program, literally, it's time to go to the gym and your house gets clean. How can I go to the gym when the best thing that I need to do right now is clean my house? So what happens is, it's amazing how much energy we will put into other things we dislike in order to avoid what terrifies us. So I would rather clean dishes and vacuum the house than go to the gym. I will have a big project I can ignore because there's other things that can take its place. So the project manager is when I need to go to the gym and I come up with something else. So all of a sudden I decide, I think I want to paint instead of go to the gym. Or I think I want to clean out the garage. Or I call it the project manager because I'll come up with another project so that I don't have to go to the gym. The next one is getting ready. So it's prepping. So I can't go to the gym because, I'm so out of shape that, I'm not ready to actually go there. So maybe I need to start walking around the block before I actually go to the gym. And, I need to get the right clothes, and I need to get some new shoes, and I need to, check out all the gyms in this area to make sure I'm going to the best one. So many times we are getting ready to get ready. So this is the person that's always prepping. So I need to save the money first. I need more schooling first. I need my business plan on a glossy float chart first. I need to learn QuickBooks first. They avoid doing their business, in this case, by being always getting ready to do it, but spending all the energy preparing. Then they will never fail. They just haven't started yet. So when I'm preparing, I can avoid doing anything because I never start. The last thing I wanted to kind of talk about is wound up. So sometimes we get so wound up on a goal that I am so gung-ho to lose weight. I am going to go to that gym every single day. And I am going to motivate myself and I am inspired and it is going to happen. And I have all this passion and excitement and I just pour it into one point of time. And you see this all the time at the gym on January, right? Because people are passionate about getting to their goals. So they are there the month of January and they are there every day and it is busy. And they get wound up because of the excitement, but it also, there's fear in there. And they're kind of compensating for that fear. And so they get this burst of energy. And what happens is it's not sustainable. So eventually it teeters out. And so I love when we're going to start something new and there's that excitement and maybe we're motivating ourselves a little bit out of fear because the doctor told us if you don't lose weight, we're going to have to put you on a medication. And maybe there's just been fear around the reasons why you need to go to the gym. So that energy gets so wound up that it's not sustainable. So you want to be careful of that energy as well because it can burn you out really, really quick. So I want you to get curious because in this program, you are recognizing where you are. And we are moving to a higher level. So there will be resistance. This program will cause resistance in your life, I can assure you. So I want you to be ready for it. I am going to train and rewire your brain so that it knows the solution. So that it knows how to handle that opposition. So I want to make you aware of what's going on. I want you to know and be able to acknowledge when resistance is showing up and giving you the signals that something's going on here. I want you to recognize that resistance always shows up. It's a law. And I can assure you that as you learn how to see it as a signal and push through anyway, you will meet your goal. You will meet a change. You will meet the transformation. You will be catapulted up leveled. You will go to a transformation in your life. And that's what's so exciting. I can't wait to see how resistance shows up in your life. And right now, all we're doing is just recognizing it. The awareness of it showing up takes so much pressure. It just takes so much pressure off our shoulders because we can recognize and acknowledge, I see you, resistance. I see you. And it's okay because I am moving to another place and it's okay. I can't wait to see you next time. Enjoy just for today. Just be aware of how resistance shows up and is creating a stronger, healthier you.